Welcome to No Can Do. My name is Clara, and I believe you don't know what you can do until you try. Today, I tried taking this old 80s microwave cart and turning it into this high-end $900 Anthropologie nightstand. This is the DUPE challenge, and I've challenged over 20 other furniture flipping YouTubers to take a high-end piece and recreate it for less. After you watch my DUPE, make sure to check out all of the videos down in the playlist below. I've seen sneak peeks, and I can just tell you, some people went all out on this DUPE challenge. Today, I am going to attempt to turn this junky old microwave cart into a high-end TV stand a la Anthropologie's Odetta nightstand. Overall, it's an okay shape. There's not too many scratches or places that I'm gonna need to fill in, but I am going to have some creative challenges. First up, I'm going to give this a good clean by vacuuming, and then I'm going to inspect it before I do a deep clean with a degreaser. So as far as I can tell, I have two options for these doors. Currently, they have some pretty deep grooves in the front, and looking at the Odetta nightstand that I'm trying to dupe, the front of the doors are nice and flush and smooth. So I'm going to need to either fill in those holes on the front of these doors, or like I'm trying right now, I'm gonna flip the doors around and see if I can make it work to have the back become the front. So much of this work is late night trial and error. It's just part of the creative process. Unfortunately, after going through all that, I tried it out and decided it didn't work. These doors were not on hinges off the side. They had these top and bottom like hinges, and it was just hard to get it back in there in the right spot. I have a bit of an engineering problem here because when I flip the doors around, then the hinges were kind of off. So I'm either gonna need to do something to fill in those gaps on the door so that they will be flush and flat on the front, or I need to figure out a different hinge solution. So it's always something, but I'm gonna try to move on to a different step. I'm taking a break from the doors and I'm focusing on the rest of the piece, trying to get on some coats of paint tonight. So first I am giving it a good clean with a degreaser and then wiping it back with a damp rag with clean water. Now that the piece is clean, I'm gonna add these beautiful gold legs I got off of Amazon, and I'm gonna put them on instead of these really low to the ground wheels that this cart is currently on. I'm choosing to put the legs on at this point in the process because I don't wanna have to flip the piece upside down or on its back once it's painted. Looking back at my old videos, I can see how much I've grown in the year that I've been teaching myself how to do this. I used to not ever drill pilot holes because I didn't even know that was a thing. That's taking a drill bit and drilling a hole before you're putting in the screw. That might seem like really straightforward or obvious to people who have a lot of experience using power tools or doing DIY, but I didn't know that when I started, and I would split wood all the time and it would get cracked, and it was really frustrating. Once I had drilled the pilot holes, I went back and I added in the screws to secure the legs into place. I got these legs from Amazon, like I said, and I will put the link in my description if you want to check them out. I've used some similar legs for a West Elm dupe that I did that I can also link in the description, and that was for chairs. So they work really well for all sorts of different furniture pieces. I am using Silk Mineral Paint, which is all-in-one paint from Dixie Belle. It has included top coat and primer, and I'm using it in the color Endless Shore. I don't know if I'm crazy or what, but I honestly think this paint smells really good. To me, it smells like marshmallow fluff or something like that. Has anyone else used this paint and thinks that it smells really sweet? Let me know in the comments. Okay, now that I have 2 layers of paint on the rest of the piece, I'm gonna tackle these doors. So to start, I decided to just try and fill in those holes a little bit with some actual wood, and for that I'm using paint stirring sticks. And then I'm going in with some wood filler to fill in all those little cracks and then to do a big layer on top. So another way to do it would be to use a jigsaw and to cut out pieces of wood that could actually fit in there really nicely. Then you could glue that in and just use a tiny bit of wood fill. But at the time of filming, I did not have a jigsaw. Since then, Emily from Reconstructing Emily has so kindly gifted me a jigsaw from my Amazon wish list. So in the future, I will know what to do. On this other door, I'm trying a similar but slightly different tactic. Again, I'm just trying to fill in as much as I possibly can with some paint stirring sticks. They just fit really well. And then I'm taking any tiny little bits of wood that I have lying around from other projects and just trying to fill in the gaps. I'm also using wood glue to secure this all in place, and then I'm going to let it dry for about 24 hours before adding any wood fill. While I'm waiting for everything to dry, I am going to drill the hardware holes for the doors. I like to drill the hardware holes if possible before I paint, because I find that after you paint and top coat, drilling a hole can be such a invasive process. Now that both of these doors have dried for 24 hours, I'm mixing up a bit of Bondo. Bondo is great because it's very heavy duty and it dries really hard. So I'm just going over the patches that I've made here and adding a layer of Bondo to kind of fill everything in. Now on the door where I added all that wood fill, that was the first one that I did, there still wasn't quite enough. It dried with kind of some divots in it. It doesn't dry as hard as Bondo, so I'm still putting a layer of Bondo over it as well. And of course, because I did the trial and error with turning the doors around backward, I drilled all these new holes and I'm going to need to fill those in as well. This paint includes a built-in top coat, but I just want to be extra, so I'm taking my zebra top coat brush, which I love, and some Minwax water-based polyacrylic, as well as a little foam sponge I got at the Dollar Tree, and I am going to do a nice smooth top coat on this piece, just in case. I know Dixie Belle sells sponges like this, but this was 50 cents at the Dollar Tree. I got 2 for $1, and I'm just using it for this spot that it would be hard to use a paintbrush. Okay, I sanded down the Bondo and now I'm doing a second coat of Bondo. I'm really just trying to fill in any holes or gaps or anything after I sanded the first layer down. Okay, after a zillion layers of different wood fill, it actually is feeling really nice and smooth, but unfortunately there are still just a tiny few nicks and dings that I can tell aren't gonna look perfect with paint. So here we go, I put on a little bit of Dixie Mud from Dixie Belle. That's gonna dry pretty fast. And here is it all dried. Look, it's nice and smooth and ready to be painted. One thing you might not know is that I absolutely detest measuring anything. I am making new hinge holes here to put on some hinges for these cabinets. Again, the previous hinges was like a top and bottom situation rather than hinging from the side, and the brackets were broken. So I'm doing some trial and error here. It took me many tries before I realized that I shouldn't be drilling hinge holes in the side of the doors, but rather on the back of the door. And I had to walk around my house looking for other doors out in the apartment that had hinges to learn actually how to hang hinges. Adding a little bit of liquid leaf in brass on my hinges so that it matches up with the legs a lot nicer. Here's the trial and error of hanging these doors, and it's mostly error. So at this point, it's just become a mess. This was the original hole when they were kind of on different hinges, but those were broken and I couldn't use them. Here are some other holes that I've put in here. I got scuffing on the paint. It's always better to do this before you paint, but I don't know. And then I got like an extra set of holes here. I finally figured out I need to put the hinges on the back, not on the side. And we're just gonna put it on and hope for the best. Hinges are on and I'm adding the cabinet pulls. I got these from my online store, which I will link down below. Please check it out. Today is the first day it is live and you can find all sorts of goodies there. Adding some finishing touches with touch-up paint, and I think we're pretty much good to go. Before the big reveal, I just want to give you a sneak peek of my online store. The winner of the dupe challenge is going to get a $50 gift certificate to my new online store. This is where you can shop for high-end furniture accessories for less. So you're going to find peel and stick wallpaper, furniture knobs, pulls, staging decor, all sorts of things to level up your furniture flipping. Here is what I started with, a old 80s microwave cart. And here is the final result. I love the white modern finish to it. I love the legs and how they look with the door pulls. And overall, I think that this is just a chic modern piece that I am going to keep in my apartment as a TV stand. You can check out links down in the description for anything I've used in this video, and make sure to watch the whole playlist of all of the furniture flippers who are attempting their own dupes in the dupe challenge. I'm going to watch all of the videos in this dupe challenge this week, and next weekend I am going to pick one winner who I think had the best dupe. They are going to get a $50 gift card to my online store. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel because this week I'm also going to post a poll where you can vote for your favorite dupe, and you'll have a chance to win a gift card to my online store as well. Thanks so much for watching the dupe challenge and for watching this video. I had so much fun hosting this challenge and sharing in community with other furniture artists out there all across the world. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next flip. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and that you watch the whole playlist down below and that you check out my online store, or I don't know, do whatever you want.